We begin today's Mobil 1 The Grid at Le Mans as we focus on the race for victory in the GTE class at this year's 24-hour race.
This year's Le Mans was billed as a duel between Audi and Peugeot for overall victory. But the battle in the GTE class promised to be just as titanic as teams from 6 different manufacturers fought for glory.
I think anybody that watches this race here at Le Mans is going to say, man, that possibly could be the best GT field ever, right? This is probably our best chance with the BMW program to win this race.
It's going to be epic. BMW's going to be quick. They've been fast everywhere we've been so far this year. We've got the new Ferraris. They've been super fast, but how reliable are they going to be? Porsche have come here with a bigger restrictor, so they're going to have more straight line speed. So it's going to be a real classic year.
It was BMW who took pole position in qualifying, but Ferrari and Corvette were close behind. Defending champions Porsche were playing catch-up to the other 3, but knew that race pace was what counted as the cars took to the grid.
I think the competition is really strong this year. We want to race like we did last year, flat out for 24 hours and no mistakes. You know, it's a difficult way to do it, but it's the only chance we have.
The fickle Le Mans weather looks set to be a factor, with rain forecast on the Sunday morning.
There is a bit of rain predicted, and but you know we'll deal with that. But now it's the important bit, and we'll see who was sandbagging and who wasn't.
When the race did get underway, there was a 3-car break of Jimmy Bruni in the Ferrari, Augusto Farfus in the BMW, and Ollie Gavin in the Corvette as the rest of the GTE pack squabbled behind. However, an early safety car for Alan McNish's crash split this battle up, with Gavin, who had just pitted, benefiting most to lead his pursuers by over a minute at the end of his stint. In their haste to close the gap, Tony Villander went off in the AF Corsa Ferrari, while both BMWs encountered problems, meaning the 74 Corvette's lead through the hours of darkness extended further. Just like last year, daylight was to bring drama to the Corvette racing team, as Jan Magnussen tangled with the Porsche of Horst Felbermayr Sr., ending their race immediately after leading GTE for 16 hours.
I'm so sorry for the team, you know, they worked so hard and we were a full lap ahead. Things were really going our way and we were able to maintain our lead. I got up to this Porsche that I was lapping him. It was really no problem and he made like to give me a little bit of room. And when I dived in, he kind of squeezed me a little bit. I hit the curb and maybe it broke the suspension somehow and completely lost control after that.
This put the AF Corsa Ferrari back to the top of the class, almost a lap ahead of the battle for second between the 73 Corvette and the Flying Lizards Porsche. The drama, though, was not finished. As rain began to fall, it became clear that the lead Ferrari was encountering serious issues.
We got an electrical problem with the engine. It's very rough and the speed is 20 km lower than the normal. And then we had a problem with the clutch, so we did the bleed. It's difficult. It's tough to go through the end of the race. It's a very shame because we are leading the race now with 1 lap ahead. So now it's getting difficult.
Sniffing blood, Tommy Milner then drove a great stint in the damp conditions, at times taking 10 seconds a lap out of Villander's lead, ultimately returning Corvette to the top spot with just 2 hours remaining. Behind the lead battle, the recovering number 56 BMW of Joey Hand sees the final podium place from a trio of Porsches, including last year's champions. Up front, though, the handicapped Ferrari was powerless to respond, and so it was the number 73 Corvette that took class honours after a hard-fought contest, to the obvious delight of the team.
When I first looked at the calendar, Le Mans, you know, stands out as the one that you want to win. And to do it my first year here with Corvette and the 100th anniversary of Chevrolet is very special, you know, for me to be a part of that and to be a part of Corvette racing and part of the team that got that victory.